Okay, there's Ararat, our destination. We're taking off out of Yerevan. Beautiful sunset approaching, but we're going to be high up in the sun. So that's good. All the lights are on, everything's been checked. I'll just double check. Execute BIT.
BIT test in progress. BIT test concluded.
Right,
All systems
working.
functional.
Thank you. Right, I've got the trim set. Parking brake off, tow brakes on. Spooling up through 40, 50%, 60, tow brakes off, 80, 90, mil power. And she's climbing away at about 100. Bit of a nudge, just give it a bit of a tap on the stick, touch the brakes, gear up. And it worked pretty nicely.
MiGMan 007 continue for east departure.
So I'm about 4 or 5 clicks back on the
MiGMan 007
stick.
leaving my airspace frequency change approved.
Mike India Golf, copy.
Yerevan Tower MiGMan 007 frequency change.
Righto, so there's the sun setting slowly in the west. We're going to head south, and our first waypoint is a large water treatment facility which is actually right on the border with Turkey. Now we've pre-arranged through channels, of course, permission to fly our military aircraft into their airspace. They're kind of used to it because people like to go up and see Ararat, Mount Ararat, of biblical fame, of course. It's where Noah's Ark ended up, way up there. Okay, so I'm just coming back over the airport, getting ready to head south to waypoint 1. Here's the airport. Sit at about 1,500 feet, I think, above the ground, which is about 4,500. It's about 3,000 feet at the airport, and we've still got to come left. We can see the reservoir already. So Yerevan's pretty close to the border, actually, as it turns out. We're going to head straight on from there to Mount Ararat. It's that simple. Then we fly to Little Ararat and back across the border. So I reckon that's Little Ararat in front, and that's Mount Ararat up at the clouds from memory. It's been about 2 years. So let's start to get some smash up because we're going to be doing big climb. Looks fantastic in the afternoon sun. I'm going to turn my landing light off, but I've got strobe recognition lights on and nav lights. So there's the lake crossing into Turkey now, across this river, heading towards Ararat. Let's go to the recce pod. A bit snowy down there, it's 12 degrees C. We've got 10 knots of wind out there, 430 knots. Let's build it up to about 500. So if you're flying a lighter aircraft, you've got probably enough time to do this climb about 6,000 feet. If not, just circle around on the plane here until you're up there, but we're going to climb right up the slopes because we can. It's going to be fun. Going to come to the right a bit and we'll circle the peak once we're up there. So 530 knots, up we go. Getting down to 100 feet there. Can ride a bit more. What a view. Let's look back. Looks great. Up through the clouds we've got a rainbow effect on the right. Still doing 530 knots. We're at mill power. Fantastic. Camera. Camera. Thank you. Now slow off a bit, we're doing 450, let's slow right up and have a good look around here. Quite a climb. 320 knots, we're still good. Looking over into Turkey. Must be very cold out there. Yeah, it's minus 17, wow. So don't forget to put your anti-ice on. And we're at 16,000 feet, so bring some oxygen. Wow, look at that. What a view. Now I don't even need to look at the map. We know we're heading for Little Ararat over there. Picking up speed again, 200 knots. We're going downhill, so I'll throttle back and get a couple more shots. Camera. Camera. Oh, I've got to retweak that command because she doesn't understand me most of the time. Story of my life. So through the clouds. See what it looks like from inside. Looks great. Let's get Ararat off the wingtip. That's a great shot. Camera. Camera. Ah, damn. Do it manually. Okay. Just going to trim down a bit. Let's go to the wingtip cam again. Little Ararat. And we do about an 80-degree turn to the left. It's quite a long way back actually. Look at that. Wow. That's a nice shot. Alright, throttle back because we're going to descend. No good reason for that, just want to do it. Fantastic. Boy, we're screaming downhill. And we're going to cross the border at waypoint 4. I think there's a small town there. From memory, I seem to recall it's on the river. Yeah, pretty sure it's a small town on the river, which is the border once again. At 475 knots. Here's the town. Yep, I knew there's a town involved. Just to give them a sonic boom, eh? It's actually not that town, it's this one. But I'm sure they'll both hear it. That's the town. Cool. I spoke too soon. That was the town. And they did get the sonic boom. Anyway, pick a town, pick anywhere on the river. And then we're veering left. We're going to go back to the reservoir, which was at the end of our Garni Gorge flight, the last flight you'll recall. And then we turn left and back to the airport. It's all within visual range from there. Let's crank it up across the plain into burner. Got about 700 pounds of fuel left, gallons rather. Go through the sound barrier. Awesome. Just watch our altitude there, the ground is rising. Gonna can the burner because we're gonna miss the it's all happening quickly now. Yep, we've missed the there's the reservoir. And there's Garni Gorge that we flew down in the last mission. Okay. Just do a circle over the reservoir. The reservoir. Reservoir of goodwill. Yeah, what a spectacular vista. Okay, let's pull a few G's here. 2, 3, 4. Head back across Yerevan. There's our radio tower on the right. So we're getting to know this area pretty well in these 3 flights. First one was local, second one went up about there to a huge lake at the north, back down through the gorge to that reservoir. This time we covered all the visible plain that one could see right across to Ararat and back again. So covered quite a lot in 3 flights. Let's talk to the tower. Channel 2. I should be able to tune into it like that. There we go. Mike India Golf 3.
Yerevan Tower MiGMan 007 is 6 miles southeast, 4,500 feet with Quebec to land.
MiGMan 007 Yerevan Tower. Altimeter 29er.9er, 71109er at 8. Enter right traffic runway 09er.
09er. Okay, he wants us to land back this way. So let's come to the left a bit and then fly downwind. Now have I got an ILS for 09? I think I do actually.
MiGMan 007 acknowledged last transmission.
Oh. Mike India Golf copy.
Make right downwind, runway 09er MiGMan 007.
108.1. Dial that in and see if that's coming up in my cockpit. I want to see if the HUD shows any ILS information.
007 wind 110 at 8. Cleared to land runway 09er.
So we just passed the threshold. It's hard to see. Mike India Golf copy.
Cleared to land runway 09er MiGMan 007.
Right, I'm going to go a little bit further out. And drop the gear now, I guess. You can see the runway there, so we're in a pretty good spot to turn. Just watch the power. Let's get our head in the HUD. sitting at 1,000 feet above the ground. There's the runway, I can just make it out. Slow up a bit. Almost. Yeah, I've overshot. See the approach lights there. Also, I got outer, middle and inner marker beacon alert system I've installed, but see if it works here. I think we've already missed the outer marker. Probably the middle one too. Okay, I'm going to work the trim. Now, I can't see any ILS stuff happening on the HUD for me, and at a glance can't see anything in the cockpit. Maybe I got the wrong frequency dialed in. It'll be the first time. Now hand is over the we're a bit slow, but we're okay. Hands over the reverse thrust, so we've got altitude to play with here. I'm going to do a very last minute flare like now. Big one. Touchdown, bit hard, reverse thrust, throttle forward, slowing up nicely. Throttle back, cancel reverse thrust.
MiGMan 007 exit runway when able.
Phew. Very atmospheric time of day. It's fantastic. Just taxi off the runway. See if our friend the MiG-29 is still there. Exit should be just up ahead. Let's come right a bit. Maybe it's not lit.
MiGMan 007 turn next taxiway.
Yeah, I think it's here. Nope. Okay. Keep going. Here. Yes. Got the yellow signs to help us out. Round we go.
MiGMan 007 contact ground on 119.0.
Yeah, I think the MiG's still there. Mike India Golf, copy.
119.0 from MiGMan 007.
Or is it? There's a couple of jets up there anyway. Let's have a look. I love the smell of kerosene in the morning, as the saying goes. Yeah, let's just cruise the flight line here and see who's in town. Because tomorrow we're off to the next European destination. Geez, good colour scheme on that one. Looks like one of those missionary bush pilot planes. That I'm not really, up to speed on those things. Some business jet, some truck, and see what's up at the end. This is the biggest airport I've been to so far, but it's only the third place. So there's a lot more action. Business jet, looks like a Cessna next. Hi guys, give them a wave. Hi. Yep, hi there. Another one of these, light commuter New Guinea bush pilot. Kenmore Air, okay. Pretty cool looking aircraft. Similar one here, I think. And that's it, so no MiGs today. That's cool. Park next to this guy. Although there's no room there really, but He won't mind. We'll just stop off his wing here. And stop. Wheel brakes on. And fuel valve open. Battery off. I really enjoyed that flight. Okay, we're back at Yerevan, or still at Yerevan rather. It's about 10:30 AM and the weather's cleared up beautifully. Not much wind. And we're going on to Garni Gorge via Lake Severn up north. Parking brake off. Coming up through 50%, 60, 70, toe brakes off. 90% mil power. Now I've dialed in quite a bit of too much back trim, but hopefully it will fly away. It will. Yeah, that was too much. Tap the brakes. Gear up.
MiGMan 007, continue for west departure.
Throttle back.
MiGMan 007, leaving my airspace frequency change approved.
Mike India Golf, copy.
Yerevan Tower MiGMan 007 frequency change.
Righto. So as you can see, we have to fly to the north west up to this lake. Harazdan. It's hard for me to pronounce that. H-R-A-Z-D-A-N. Anyway, got to turn back over the airport. And make our way up the western side of Yerevan. There's the airport. Keep turning. Pretty much on track. As we head up the western side of town. Now I've just got to reset my cockpit map here. As usual, for some reason. Does that. Righto, so we're going to Harazdan Reservoir. So we're taking it nice and easy at the moment, getting settled in. And from memory, we're going up through that valley entrance. You can see about 0.25 degrees ahead there. Alright, let's speed up a bit. Get down a bit lower. Yep, there just to the right is the that bridge that was waypoint 1 in our local flight. We flew up that ravine for a bit to the entertainment centre and then Botanical Gardens Stadium. Very cool, but this time we're a little bit to the west of town. Right, fuel's good. We've got internal fuel, slightly unbalanced load, but not too bad. I have to check the Loadmaster on that, how that happened. Right, I'm just going to do my check again. Execute BIT.
BIT test in progress. BIT test concluded. All systems functional.
Excellent. My latest system upgrade. Built-in tests for all the avionics. There's Yerevan. And it's pretty cold, it's 8 degrees C and we've got snow over there. Awesome. I get to see much snow down under. Okay, so going up to a reservoir, and waypoint 2 we turn right 45 degrees to the mouth of the same river. It's the same river that's flowing all the way down here. Following the lake, turning southeast towards Mount Ararat, that leads us into Garni Gorge Reservoir, back to the airport basically. Very cool. Sitting on 350 knots. Let's crank it up a bit. Just going to follow this river around to the left, slightly left of track, but that's okay. We'll swing back around to the right. Let's check the map. As you can see, this is the river. Another town here, I'm not sure of the name. Okay, approaching this lake. Rastana Reservoir. Slow up a bit, get a better look at it. Yep, and then 45 degrees right to the lake proper. Pretty dry up here. Following the main road, and there's a hotel complex here. I'll slow up a bit. Aznaka Hotel Complex and Waterworld, made famous by Kevin Costner, of course, in a movie loosely based on a Jack Vance novel, in my opinion. That's neither here nor there, as I see if I can spot what's over to the left. Here it is. Waterworld. Beautiful. Okay, now this is an enormous lake, which I will fly around on another occasion. Absolutely huge. But let's get on to our next waypoint. It's almost south. Notice how high we are now. We're at 10,000 feet. Right, and we're heading towards a town called Gavar. which is right. Sorry, I'm just getting my GoPro sorted out. Which is just along the shore and then slightly inland. We can see it coming up. I think we can. No, it's not. Don't be too hasty. Got a ways to go. Yep, here it is. See the tall bit? Yeah, it's quite a decent sized town. Now about 90-degree right hand turn there. And it's about 18-mile run. It's a long way from Australia, that's for sure. Looks very cold and vast. Yeah, so we've got some high rise. We've got some activity here. Right, let's get ready for our right turn. Check our map. Yep, pretty much on track. And we're climbing again. Just nudging into burner there. So it's white on white, various shades of grey up here. And you'll need oxygen, I think, because just going through 10,000 feet. Come left and go between those two peaks to get back on track. Right, that's about where we want to be. Slow up a bit, make sure we... So there's Ararat dead ahead, as predicted. So if we follow that, we'll see Ararat dead ahead. We'll start to see... possibly see a reservoir on the right, but the main point is entrance to Garni Gorge is just left. It's at the edge of this plateau in front of us, and it's just left of Ararat. So aim for Ararat, come left a bit, slow up, and in fact it's a lot closer than I thought. It's right here. Yeah, it's pretty bleeding obvious. Cool. Now we're going to scream down this gorge. You get to reservoir at the end. Ararat reservoir, and then we turn right back across Yerevan. Very cool. Right, let's get ready for our canyon run. Let's crank it up. Shake off the cobwebs. Feels good. About 800 gallons left. Wow, it wasn't snowing last time I came here. Awesome. Watch out for power lines too. There's these monasteries and various buildings right on the edge of the cliff to the right. no time for map reading here, just follow the river. Stay in the groove. Some power lines on the right there. Just hope they don't cross the gorge. Now coming out into the reservoir. See if we can do a sonic boom across that. Yeah, that's cool. Boom. And turn right, back over Yerevan. There we go, sonic boom. Righto. Now I'm going to skip that last waypoint because it's the reservoir of the lake just near the airport, and right there, and there's the airport. Very good. Let's talk to the tower. Should have it tuned in actually.
Yerevan Airport Information Club.
Yeah, not that one.
Yerevan Airport Information Quebec 0600 Zulu.
No. Channel 2. Channel 2. Mike India Golf 3.
Yerevan Tower MiGMan 007 is 3 miles east 5,900 feet with Romeo to land.
MiGMan 007 Yerevan Tower. Altimeter 29.97, wind 105 at 6. Make straight in runway 27.
Mike India Golf, copy.
Fly
Okay.
straight in runway 27 MiGMan 007.
So too late to go straight in. We'll cross midfield, fly downwind, come back from Yerevan and land. So there you go. That's I'm going to try that run towards sunset. Actually, I reckon that'll be pretty special. Give myself a bit of spacing here. Feels good. Oh, left my landing lights on, so I'll leave them on now. Okay, I'm just going to tune this.
MiGMan 007, wind 105 at 6. Clear to land runway 27.
Mike India Golf, copy.
Clear to land runway 27 MiGMan 007.
There's our lake, our reference. Let's turn over that. Pop the speed brake. Speed's bleeding off quickly. Gear down, speed brake in. Watch the speed here. We've got 90 degrees to go and turn. Yep, we turned rather wide. Let's get my head back in the game. Got 3 greens, gears down. Very wide turn that was. I'm thinking about Ararat, that's what it is. Right, let's think about landing though. Right, throttle to idle. Very high approach. Pop the speed brake and bleed off 20 knots. There we go, speed brake in. Yeah, that does the job. Okay, trimming up now. Some right rudder. Still a bit fast, but that'll be okay.
Power.
Start flaring. Hand over the thrust reversers. Touchdown now. Reverse thrust. Full throttle. Deployed, and we're slowing nicely.
MiGMan 007 exit runway when able.
Cancel reverse thrust and taxi back to the terminal. Right. Okay, well now that I've re-established the main landmarks in that in my mind for that route, I will try it this afternoon, see how quickly I can get around it.
MiGMan 007 contact ground on 119.0.
Mike India Golf, copy.
119.0 MiGMan 007.
119 point, what did you say? 70? Let's try that. No, I thought it was 00. Yeah. Oops. No, I thought I misheard, so let's try that. Yep. Mike India Golf 3.
Yerevan ground, MiGMan 007, request taxi to parking.
MiGMan 007 taxi to general aviation parking via taxiway Bravo Alpha.
Mike India Golf, copy.
Taxiing to general aviation parking using taxiway Bravo Alpha MiGMan 007.
I see a brother-in-arms down there, so I'm going to taxi down and say g'day. G'day, mate. How you going, cobber? It's a nice aircraft here. Yep, there's our friend, the MiG-29. Actually my favourite aircraft to fly. But trying the Gripen now for a while and liking it. Each aircraft's got its own quirks. I found that to be true. Okay. Right, wheel brakes on. I'm going to pop out, take a few snaps and look forward to trying that flight again. Okay, we're back in Yerevan and I'm in the Shock Ultra, which is a bit of a shock to my system. I haven't not flown it for months and months and months. But anyway, let's go. I'm going to give it a bit of up trim and cautiously advance the throttle. Very cautiously. It's a tail dragger. Airspeeds are low, we've got 50 knots and we're climbing out already. Wow. Let's centre that trim. Okay. Right. So first, now the weather's cleared up nicely. First waypoint is Yerevan Lake. Let's go check out our outside camera. Absolutely beautiful. We've got wingtip cams looking in. Just going to get the trim going here. Down a bit, down a bit. And by the way, navigate at the same time. Let's turn that camera around a bit. How's the speed? 80 knots is good. Probably go a bit faster in this. Right, so I've already a minute and a half into the flight and we haven't even travelled the length of the runway yet. That's cool. This is a whole different pace to the trying to do this local flight in the Gripen. I just couldn't keep up with the aircraft. I think I should be okay at this speed, touch wood. So I was impressed with the airport here a couple of years ago, the complexity of it, and I'm still impressed. Okay, we're looking pretty steady. What's our altitude? It's about 500 feet. That's good. I like that. Oh, it's a whole different pace, isn't it? Considering by the time I climb out and start my turn in the gripper, and I'm doing 3 times this speed. It's a whole different pace. Very nice. Altitude's still good. And now, how about putting the flaps up? Now that'll affect the trim. And it means we can go faster. Okay, very cool. Now let's get back on track and watch me manage to get behind an aircraft that's doing 80 knots. Yeah, there is I thought there was a moving map. No, it's in the Piper, the NX Cub, sorry. Cub Crafter's NX Cub. But I've got my own moving map here in my cockpit, so. But yeah, for these type of flights, I recommend the NX Cub. This one I've just become attached to, and I love flying it, and I've got my own paint scheme on it as well, which is fun. Okay, so we're 500 feet, climb out at runway heading, and you can see the lake coming up in front of us. Great, so let's try to keep ahead of things. The next turn will be to the left. We're going to follow this river up the edge of the city to a bridge, Davtashan Bridge. So as usual, I'm going to swing a bit to the right, and we'll swing left over the lake. I've probably stayed 1,000 feet, which is what I've climbed to. What a fantastic looking aircraft. That's Mount Ararat up there, I believe. Could be the far mountain. We're going up there in the third flight plan for this location. The next one will be cross country to the north. Okay, approaching the waypoint. And we're going to bear about 80 degrees left, I would say. So let's go to the outside cam. Start our left turn. Just sitting on 80 knots. What's the RPM? It's about 5,000 RPM. Okay, we're on track. The golf course below us, I think it might be. Let's pan this camera around a bit. So we're heading north. Let's look to the west. Rather large hill there. Very nice. Let's go on the right side. Excellent. Check my heading. I'm a little bit off track. Okay, so now I can see the this gorge on the west side of the city that we're supposed to follow, following a river. Here's a big bridge, but it's not the one we're after. I think I can already see it actually. What's our 500 feet? Yeah, let's stay down here. Terrible station keeping, if I say so myself. $80 knots, 500 feet. And this is the bridge. This is the bridge I was after. I just buzzed right past it last time in the jet. It's a pretty tall set of pylons there. You could probably fly under the bridge, but I won't do that on this occasion. So I'm sinking. I don't know why. It's add some power. I'm just playing with the trim. I'm really not using the stick much except to bank left and right. I know that's not how you're supposed to do it, but it works okay in the sim. That is to change attitude with the trim wheel rather than the stick first, and then trim the forces out. I know this is true because I just watched a Russ Barlow video on the subject. Right, so what are we doing? What are we doing? What are we looking for? A lake. 8.3 is a lake. And now I better pay attention to where I'm flying. I better try doing that. Up. Here's the lake up here. I don't know, let's power up. Have I just blown past the lake? Here it is. Yeah, it's up on the plateau. Okay. Lovely. Then we're veering left, so I'll go to the left side. And now we're up on the plateau. Okay. Very peaceful. Okay, doing about 70 knots. Right, next waypoint. Let's try to keep ahead of this. Entertainment centre. Let's go to the right camera. Looking out for the radio masts. Quite a bit of traffic out there. Jump back in for a moment. Just lift my seat. There we go. Okay, entertainment centre. Over to the right. What's it called? Multi-Grand Entertainment Centre. It's just still a few miles out. See the mountains down there to the south, and you can see the lights of the airport actually. Right, so where is this entertainment centre? Let's swing right. Oh, a bit of buffeting here. Righto, so which one is it? It's been a while. Why don't I look at my briefing picture? That's what it's for. Okay, there's a circular building in the centre. Still off the nose, so it's got to be. So there's like 3 big buildings. Somewhere over here. This is a funny one. Maybe it's being repaired. It's probably right under us, I think. I'm going to swing to the north. There it is. I knew I was close. I was going to say there's a round building we're looking for, and I just saw it. Okay. Let's get the camera out. There you go. Yeah, it is quite distinctive if you're not got the nose of your aircraft over it. Yeah, 3 clusters of buildings, a round one in the middle, like a lot of entertainment centres are. Right, so we'll do a right-hand turn over that. Let's get the camera out there. There it is. Cool. Right, now the next one is the Botanical Garden, which is in the centre of town, and it's a large, highly wooded area with a building in the middle. That should be pretty easy to see. So there we go, one entertainment centre. Thank you. Right, let's pan that camera back. Now, of course, having flown this plan once and located all of these landmarks, I would then subsequently just, now you know the layout of the city, just go for it and explore. Knowing that, for example, you've got the entertainment centre up the north, you've got the lake at the south, just next to the airport, so you just get a sense of where you are. Mountains to the south. And we can already see the Botanical Garden dead ahead. Yeah, so it's not meant to be prescriptive. This type of urban flight plan is just to give you usually the bounds of the city centre and just get you oriented so you can go and explore some more. Now, cross country is a bit different, of course. Sometimes there's specific things that you want to be at, like the entrance to a valley or over a certain dam. So here it is, Botanical Gardens, and looks like a racetrack or go-kart track just before it. It's pretty cool. Watch the speed here. Nice. Now off to the right, I might even fly between some buildings here. Next waypoint is the stadium. Okay, that's pretty easy to spot as well. That's so cool. Alright, somebody sunbaking on the roof there. Gave them a shock. Get it? Shock Ultra. Right. Don't get too slow. Might get a big shock if we land on the roof or worse. Righto, so let's jump back in. Let's get my seat up a bit. That's what I want. And looking for stadium. It's got the big sign painted on it. Now here's an improvement since 2 years ago. That was formerly a huge building, supposed to be a radio mast, and thanks to is it I don't know, Bijan or Mamu, can't remember. Anyway, the links are on the website as to where you get these power lines, smokestacks and radio masts. And while we're chatting, we're already at the stadium. Let's go to the camera. There it is. We're going to see the name written on it. Still needs some work, but that's okay. I'm sure that will happen. Cool. Last waypoint is the lake, which should be visible to the right. Which will set us up to land. Which lake? Well, the one right in front of me. And there's the airport out there about 1 o'clock. Let's talk to the tower. Channel 2. Channel 2. Channel 1. Mike India Golf 3.
Yerevan Tower MiGMan 007 is 4 miles east, 4,200 feet with Quebec to land.
MiGMan 007 Yerevan Tower. Altimeter 29er.9er 21083 at 28. Make right traffic runway 09er.
Okay. Mike India Golf, copy.
Enter right downwind runway 09er MiGMan 007.
09. I bet I'm looking at the wrong airport. I think that's got to be ours. Yep. There's another one just north over there, or just east. Okay, this has got to be it. Unfortunately, I'm doing a left pattern, not a right one. Yeah, this is the right one. Only what's 09, which is okay, 2709. Yep, it's the other end. But you know what? I'm going to declare Mayday. Mayday, Mayday, Mayday. I'm going to land Mike India Golf 4.
Yerevan Tower MiGMan 007 cancel landing intention.
MiGMan 007, your cancellation is received.
I got to put flaps 1. I got special permission for this. And in this aircraft, touch wood, should be able to put it down anywhere I want, really. I reckon near that truck. 60 knots, we've got flaps 1. Let's not get too slow, there's 50 knots. Just love flying this aircraft, it's so smooth. Yeah, let's drop it in here. Can't do this in a fast jet, that's for sure. Throttle back, not quite that much yet because we're almost at 40 knots, it's a bit slow. Okay, let's do it now. Rudder to get us into the wind, and boom, we're down. Probably going to go into the grass, but I don't really care. Whew. Caution, low oil pressure, that's interesting. Okay, that's an improvement. Right, let's just taxi back onto the pavement. And we'll call this one successful. And just get over near that truck. That's it. And we'll stop for some jam donuts. Super cool. Right, nice morning in Yerevan. We're in Armenia, capital Yerevan. It's quite early in the morning. Weather was a bit rainy, but it's clearing now. So let's see if we can conduct this local flight. And I just want to check the AI. Conduct BIT.
BIT test in progress. BIT test concluded. All systems functional.
How cool is that? Thousands of man hours of programming went into that, I tell you. Right, landing lights are on. I've set 3 notches of trim back. Coming up 50%, 60%, 70%, toe brakes off, 80%, 90 and mil power. Now it should fly away hopefully about 120 knots. 110, 120, 140, okay, I need another
Pull up.
Yeah, another couple of notches of trim.
Pull up.
Tap the brakes gear up just in time too. Okay. Righto, so waypoint 1 is, check my notes, oh here we go, Yerevan Lake.
MiGMan 007, continue for west departure.
Mike India Golf, copy.
MiGMan 007 leaving my airspace frequency change approved.
Mike India Golf, copy.
Yerevan Tower MiGMan 007 frequency change.
It's all looking good. Let's take the landing lights off. Let's go to the recon pod. We've just, actually let's go to the rear pod because we've just flown over the lake. It's a very short flight plan. Okay, back to the left wingtip, we'll catch that one later. Yeah, it's a very local flight plan, this. It's a bit silly to try it in a fast jet, but I like trying silly things sometimes. Okay, so Yerevan. Haven't been here for a good 2 years since I originally wrote these flight plans and tested them out. We'll probably come back here later in the day when the weather hopefully clears up, but there's 3 flights. We've got Yerevan local, We've got Garni Gorge to the east, and we've got the incredible sight of Mount Ararat. So waypoint 2 is something long name bridge, which I've just passed. There it is. Dufferatchen. Duftashen. Yep. I can't be reading names and flying. Duftashen Bridge. Apologies to the locals. I will try to get it better next time. So we've got a few chimneys and radio towers here. And yes, I remember this now. We've got this, it's kind of on a plateau with the deep, between two plateaus. So we kind of follow this river and gorge up the west side of the city. Makes it pretty easy. It's probably hard to see in the morning fog. Now waypoint 3 is another lake. Karnak Rest Lake, I think. And what's the temperature? 5 degrees. Looks like snow on the ground actually. Right, so we've just gone past this lake. Yep, we're blowing past all the... It is snowing, and we're blowing past all the turn points in this grouping this morning. This is, of course, the third stop on my European tour, and it's the first time I've seen snow. It's looks pretty good. Multi-Grand Entertainment Centre is waypoint 4. Let's just check our map. Yeah, see if we blew right past number 4. Coming up on 5. Let's slow up and see if we can spot it. Right, should be pointed right at it now. Doing about 200 knots, so I'm going to trim down a bit. So what I've learned is that at low speeds, digital trim hat controls the aircraft really well. My stick actions not so much. Okay, so entertainment centre I think is in the middle of this park. Dark area just ahead. So not every flight is postcard picture perfect, but what I like is using real weather at different times of day and seeing what happens. It's a wonderful world we've got here to explore. Okay, that I'm sure that was it. Waypoint 5, Botanical Garden. Yeah, which as I'm just so far behind this this plan, this trip. That was the Botanical Garden amongst all the trees. Waypoint 6 is a stadium. Surely we'll be able to find that. Watch my speed. Coming down off a plateau here, pick up the speed a bit. Now surely we can spot a stadium. I reckon I've got to come back in the Bell helicopter to do this local flight properly, because it's just... And here's a stadium here. Yep. Still in need of a bit of work. You can see the name though. That's... Yeah, we've got one win. Harazdan Stadium. Whew. And then back to Yerevan Lake, where we started off. Kind of sets us up for the airport. Here's the lake. Huge lake, it's got a dam. The airport should be to the right. And there it is. Yeah, so coming back over that lake, you can turn on to runway heading in a nice standard rate turn. Right. Okay, that was underwhelming, but still fun. I'll wait for the sun to come up a bit more, and let's channel 2. Let's land. Channel 2. Channel 1. Mike India Golf 3.
Yerevan Tower MiGMan 007 is 2 miles east, 4,100 feet with Quebec to land.
MiGMan 007 Yerevan Tower. Altimeter tree 0.03, wind tree 04 at 6. Fly left downwind runway 27.
Mike India Golf, copy.
Enter left downwind runway 27 MiGMan
So it wants
007.
to land in this direction, so we're already on the left hand side of the runway, so let's do left hand turn. And that's Ararat over there, I believe, in the Mount Ararat, which we'll be going to in the third flight. Look at some lights out there. I wonder if that's traffic, or it could be smokestacks. Anyway, let's focus on this landing. Oops, I should be on reciprocal heading, yes, just pay attention. There's the airport. I want to get a bit more separation. Yeah, I think there's smokestacks. We'll be flying over the east of the city over there as we come back from Garney Gorge.
MiGMan 007 wind tree 04 at 6.
Later in the
Clear
morning.
to land runway 27.
Mike India Golf, copy. As we fly into the rain.
Clear to land runway 27 MiGMan 007.
Okay. And there's another airport here, I forgot about that. We'll check that one out later. Okay, so let's just get my head in the game here. Yeah, that's not our runway, it's the next one. There's the lake, so let's use that lake as our reference point. Not going to put the gear down, we need to pop the brakes, throttle back, speed brakes in, gear down, and there is our runway, about 11 o'clock. Okay, let's get our head right in the game. Yep, it's pretty hard to see in the shade. It's these clouds. As you can see, it's pretty bright over there. Okay, throttle back. Work on the trim. Turn a bit more aggressively to try to line up. Trimming up. Throttle still back, speed's dropping. Got 3 greens. Trimming up. Speed dropping, it should all work out. Getting ready to roll out. Yep, we're going to land a bit long, but I can live with that. Right, let's go down. It's going to be very long actually. Okay, a bit more thrust. Trimming up. And I'm gonna flare, reduce the rate of descent. Touchdown. Whoop. And toggle reverse thrust on. Throttle up. And looks like we're going to run off the runway almost.
007 contact ground on 119.0.
Okay, right, that was pretty patchy landing. Cancel reverse thrust. Yeah, alright, so I need to go and have a good cup of tea and then come back.
MiGMan 007, please acknowledge.
Mike India Golf, copy. With a clear
Going
head.
to 119.0 MiGMan 007.
And some clearer weather, and we'll have another go at Yerevan.